We continue for the second part to add the different furniture. I go on edit and I delete all the guides. Now I'm going to add a TV stand. So to add the TV stand, here I take the tape measure tool and I can see that I'm to 1.30 m and 2.30 m. So I can remove that like this. I can add guide and 130 centimeter, and then I add 1 meter. And here, for example, I can add 50 centimeter. Then I go on 3D warehouse. TV stand. And for example, I can add this. So I add this, I'm going to place this element here. First things to do, I use scale tool and I remove like that. So scale tool, then I'm going to create a rotation, rotate tool, blue X here, to angle, and I turn 90 degrees. Then I have just to move this, so I take move tool, I choose this angle and I place angle to angle here. Then I take scale tool and here this point and this point. Like that. And I'm going to change the size like this. So I just check with the measure tool here, it's 30 centimeters, so it's okay, it's good. So it's okay for that. Then here an armchair, so I can remove that. Here I know that it's going to be the plane, so I can remove that also, and I go on edit, delete guide. I come back 3D warehouse. I type armchair. And for example, armchair, I can take, this armchair. So I take this armchair, I'm going to reduce with scale tool, like this and like that, to this point also, like this. Then I'm going to create a rotation 45 degrees, so I take this point, blue X, I take this point and I turn 45 degrees, like that. Then I take the move tool, I'm going to take the angle, and I'm going to place, for example, the armchair on face like this. Like that. So it's okay for that. Now if I want to add a plant here, I go again on 3D warehouse. Can take plant. And I can add something simple, like these plants, for example. I just check the number of polygons, because sometimes if too much polygon, after it's going to be complicated for the computer. Or here, it's okay. I download. And I'm going to place the plant, for example, at this level. Then I zoom on this tool, and I select the scale tool. I'm going to reduce the size like this. And also little, maybe like that. Okay. But I think maybe I'm going to let this in wise. I think it's going to be okay. So it's okay for all these elements. Then I can remove this part. I can remove this part also. And here I can remove that. I can go on materials, and I'm going to select wood, and I'm going to select the wood floor light like this to integrate here. And so it's okay for that. Or maybe I could add a carpet. So I can create my own carpet. I create just a rectangle like this. For example, I can add something like that. Then I select this element, and I'm going to go first on materials, and I select carpet, fabric, leather, and textile. And for example, I can take, why not, suede dark gray, but I change the color, so I can select suede dark gray. I go on the plus, and I'm going to select more like a red color. So for example, something like that. Okay. And I select this. Then I click on my element. I'm going to save at the same time. I click here, I go on my push-pull. And I create just 2 centimeters, nothing more, just 2 centimeters like this. After, you can also add little decoration, so it means that you can go, for example, I could add, for example, a tape book. And just as an example, you can, for example, you can add this. For example, you can take this and you can place, or I can place this first, then scale tool. I reduce, and for example, you can just place book like this. For example, like this. So it's just to finish, and to finish, we are not going to add too many things, but you have the possibility to go on 3D warehouse or to create your own component also. And you can add something of decoration. So you can take decoration, and for example, if I want to add something like this, now here maybe too much polygon, I'm going to come back. Now here maybe it's too much also. I'm going to come back again on decoration. Now let's take a glance on this. Now here it's too much also. Decoration. And for example, I'm going to select this 1204 polygons. So I take this element of decoration, so I go here, and then I can place that, For example, here. Like this. So after, as you can see, you can after add other element of decoration if you want at your convenience. So this is okay for this example. And after we can also, let's take a glance about this work. So you can choose a view, the view that you want. For example, we can select this view like this, and we can go on File, Export, 2D Graphics, and I can go on Room 3D and Exportation. And this is the design of the room, after our creation with exportation in JPEG file.